times.
Cool. We're cool. Recording?
Hi,
guys. Welcome to the Chelsea Skidmore Show. I'm here today with my guest, comedian and actor, Josh Fadem. Hi, Josh. How's it going?
Swell. Thanks for having me on this podcast.
Thanks for joining. Loving the red hat. You're in the spirit.
Of what?
Christmas, holidays.
I'm a Jew.
You are, right?
Yeah.
But
I got this in Tulsa.
Where you're from?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
There's a lot of cool people from there.
Yeah, who else do you know from Tulsa?
Larry Clark.
You know him personally?
Well, he was supposed to do my podcast.
What was he
We've chatted on Insta.
What was he going to talk about, little boys?
Pretty much.
He's not going to, he'd come back and he'll say, I love their bodies and stuff like that.
Have you seen his photographs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I made that joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Hader.
Uh-huh. He's from Tulsa.
Yeah. Our mutual friend, Todd.
Uh-huh. He's from Tulsa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Who has gotten me a lot of guests on this podcast,
Really?
funny enough.
Who were some of the Todd connects?
I had an alien UFO investigator.
Uh-huh.
Jackson Stewart.
Uh-huh.
Kansas Bowling.
Who's that?
She made this movie, BC Butcher, like this indie movie.
Uh-huh.
She's like she's a young filmmaker who's like 20.
Uh-huh.
But like a hipstery kind of girl, was one of the Manson girls in the Once Upon a Time.
Oh, okay. Yes, that name sounds familiar. I probably looked at it on an IMDb scroll.
Yeah. Because you looked at who
everyone is always. Just got to try to always be memorizing IMDb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it just happens. You go, who was the one person in the one thing? And you go, well, I'm going to find that out. It's bothering me. And then you check it out and you go, oh, and then what else were they in? And then who directed that one? And then
Yeah. I go down
who's the cinematographer that. What? I wonder if that person's ever worked with that person. How do I figure that out?
Yeah, the spiral.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, I went. So I wanted to watch On Becoming God in Central Florida.
Uh-huh.
So I watched just the first episode. I want to watch more, but I didn't know when you came in, but I didn't even realize.
How far did you get?
Only the first episode so
I'm
far.
In the second one. Spoilers.
Fuck. Okay, because I wanted to keep watching to chat about it, but
you can watch the second one on YouTube. Oh, you can. Yeah, you can watch the second one. You can watch the second one on YouTube.
I mean, I have Showtime.
Oh, Showtime. Yeah, but if you don't have it,
yeah,
I'm in promo mode. You see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it just came out, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw the trailer. I think I learned about it from maybe you posting the trailer on Facebook.
And you said, I'm interested.
Because that's the kind of shit I like.
Yeah.
It looks very cool. I love the way it was shot.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kirsten Dunst.
Uh-huh.
Or is it Kristen?
Kirsten.
Damn,
I
none of
Kirsten.
the ones. I didn't say any of those.
You said Kirsten.
Kirsten, and Kristen.
Where are you
there's
from?
3. New York.
New York City?
Westchester.
Oh, where's that?
It's the suburb outside the city.
Oh, gotcha.
There's Long Island, and then there's Westchester.
Do you have an accent? Is there a Westchester accent?
I have like a weird A thing sometimes.
What's
but
that?
people think I have a Southern accent, too. Is that what you hear?
No, I just was wondering if the way you said Kirsten was a regional pronunciation.
Well, I wasn't sure. There's 3 options.
Kirsten. Kirsten does, I mean, I think Kirsten sounds like, if you say Kirsten, I mean, for where I'm from, I feel like a lot of people would say Kirsten.
Yeah, but that's like her comeback, right?
But it's not. I don't know if she went away. I guess maybe she took a break.
She took a little break.
I guess it's a return as much. It wasn't a don't call it a comeback. It's more of she's been here for years,
You might be right about that.
Yeah.
But
probably
I love her.
She probably took a break. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, I'm ready to do a thing that, is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I loved her growing up.
She was in The Beguiled.
Yeah.
The Sophia Coppola movie.
Which I need to see.
I didn't see it.
But yeah, she's been in 3.
But I heard it's good.
She was first in the Virgin Suicides.
She was first in the
Virgin Suicides, Marie Antoinette.
With Sophia, you mean?
Yeah, I'm talking about Sophia.
Not first as in the first thing she ever did.
I looked her
a breakout role for Kirsten. I'm here to promote Kirsten. It was a breakout role for her. I first caught attention of Sophia Coppola's fans in the Virgin Suicides. And then she continued their collaboration all the way through to, well, Sophia Coppola didn't have anything to do with On Becoming God. But
no.
The costume designer, Stacy Batot, is the same costume designer as the Sophia Coppola film, The Bling Ring.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So see how that's the sort of thing that when I talk about going on IMDb scrolls, then I'm like, you say, what did that person work on? And then you
No, I like doing that
memorize
as well. What else you got? Any other?
Well, I was going to say Interview with the Vampire when you're like, first thing, and I was like, what about Interview with the Vampire? But Kirsten Dunst probably did stuff before Interview with the Vampire that I didn't get down, but that's where I first saw her.
Well, she was one of the people that I went on a spiral with last night because I watched it with my husband, Steven.
I know Steven, yeah.
And
does Steven have a twin brother?
No, he has a brother, though, named Scott, who works with Steve-O, and they look alike.
They look similar.
Yeah.
So I've met Steven.
Scott.
No, I've met
My
Scott.
husband is Steven.
Yes, I've met Steven.
Yeah.
Yes, but I haven't met Scott.
Is that who you're thinking of?
No, I'm thinking of Steven. But I know that Steven has a brother named Scott.
Yeah.
But they're not twins.
No, but they look
both
alike.
have beards?
Not really.
Did Steven have a beard when I met him? Probably.
Yeah. He had one, and that was my call. It's like enough of that.
No thanks.
Well, he had like the chin straps.
He has straps?
Aren't they called chin straps?
I never heard that term. I can't grow a beard, so I never got a chance.
You can't?
Not really.
Yeah, you have a little scruff.
I can do a customer service representative specialty. I can do 2 moldy thumbprints, and then the rest is just nothing, little dots.
I think with your face, that's all you need.
Right. Oh, you think just that? Can I help you, ma'am?
As the scruff.
Did you back it up? Did you back up your drive?
It's out back if you're ready to load.
Did you back your... I'm doing a customer service like
I know,
Geek Squad guy.
And I thought...
Well, you didn't back it up.
Oh, it was a computer.
You know, or any customer service
I
guy.
went right to CBD merchandise pickup parking lot.
Oh, that guy also has that same facial scruff thing. Is this a camera? Are these 2 dots cameras?
Just that one. We're doing that one angle. Is he still in the shot, Mike?
Did I scoot out?
Sometimes people scoot. No.
It's fun, though, right?
No.
It's
well,
it makes it visual and cinematic if you're talking to no one.
Did you bend it down like that?
Yeah,
No, that's okay.
I was doing that. I kind of like doing it like this.
You and Jamie Kennedy are the only people who have picked it up and hold it close to their chest.
Me and Jamie got something in common. Me and Jamie, we're picking it up. You know, great minds. We're picking it up. If you want to come in, the next person someone's going to watch this thing and they're going to say, oh, well, if she ever has me on, I'm picking it up. And then you'll get more people picking it up.
Yeah, that's true.
That reminds me, one time I heard on a radio show, this is I guess how I'm so out there. My contrarian mind, I was like, listening to a radio show one time and they were like doing a call-in thing. And they said, what's the first thing you do? What's the first thing you wash when you take a shower? And then everyone said their hair.
Not me.
That's what everyone said, though. And then that made me think, well, I don't know if I wash my hair first or not. But I'm not going to now because I don't want to be like everybody else.
How old were you when you thought that?
Oh, I don't know. Not old enough to be. I should have been secure enough to. I probably heard it at age 20-something and then carried on the I'm going to wash something else before I get to the hair. But then sometimes just to be contrarian with myself, I change it up and wash my hair first to be like, maybe I am like just a normal guy.
Is this like a through line for you, the contrarian thing?
If it serves me.
I never really thought about it.
No, it's not a true line for me, the contrarian. See, that was me being contrarian. But ironic contrarian. I do probably I vacillate between contrarian and ironic contrarian.
As a young boy, did they say, Josh marches to the beat of his own drum?
Yeah, I think probably like, well, I guess he marches to his own drum beat.
What are the other ones like that? That's the only one I could think of.
You and I march to the beat of a different drum. You know,
like phrases that people would say.
Oh, they say,
he's doing his own thing.
Well, in Tulsa, I guess as a collective, they say, well, he's on Tulsa time.
Oh, really?
Well, that's a song that I never heard when I grew up in Tulsa, but then when I got out of Tulsa and then there was kind of a hip old country music resurgence, people were like, oh, I always loved the country's hit greats that came from Tulsa. And there's one song called Tulsa Time, and it goes, living on Tulsa time. Just like when I was in Tulsa, I never heard of Larry Clark until I was like 19 or something. I think it was probably Todd who told me about Larry Clark for the first time. Well, I guess I saw the movie Kids.
Yeah, you didn't see that growing up.
I did see it, but I didn't know that guy was from Tulsa.
I had the VHC in a VHS.
What's a VHC?
VHS. I had the, I don't know I said that.
VLC? You watched the VHCR on VLC?
I think I was probably thinking VCR
QuickTime?
You
prefer QuickTime?
I had that in high school. We watched it in high school.
Oh, yeah. We're probably, you think we're about the
younger.
same age?
No, I'm 87.
You're what?
I'm 87.
Oh, yeah. 1987. I'm 1980.
Yeah, you're the same age as Steven.
1980, period.
When's your birthday?
July 19th.
Oh, he's July 8th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, he's only 11 days older than me.
Yeah, but So yeah, I
Where's
guess
he
that
from?
would make sense. He's from Pasadena.
Okay, which is kind of like Tulsa.
Is it? What is Tulsa like?
Kind of like Pasadena, but more of like.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I'm the contrarian.
I don't think it is.
Excuse me. Tulsa, Pasadena, Tulsa. Tulsa is great. It's a great place to go visit. Growing up, it's the sort of place where, you might have been like, I hate it here. There's nothing to do here, and then you moved and you have a great nostalgia for it. And then now you go back and it's very much like a cool city. It's very hip and there's lots going on there. And the city, but it's kind of in a cute little, I think, kind of a nerdy way, where it's like, we're actually a cool city.
Mm-hmm.
We could be like Austin or Portland.
Yeah.
Or you see how Nashville's become cool. We could do that too. There's a music style that actually came from us, and there's a whole bunch of culture that came from Tulsa. That's sort of like, and there's currently a philanthropist who's funding a lot of projects to make it a big city and good city, and there's all kinds of stuff there. I can't, what am I, commercial for Tulsa? Kinda.
Come visit Tulsa.
Come visit me.
Yeah, it feels like a hipster place
well,
to me. Well, I think it just seems, it just seems like a cool place.
It's a cool place. It's cool, and though, I always thought Oklahoma City probably sucked. I mean, I went there and just because my grandparents lived there growing up, and I always liked that.
Is that the capital?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't realize how different they actually were. Oklahoma City's a bit more spread out, and I think they're both very Bible Belty. Oklahoma City might be a little more full of, goyim. And
White, that like me.
Yeah. Are you goy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I'm half.
You're
I'm
half Jewish?
Jew. I'm 49%.
Oh, then that's enough.
I'm
that's
49% Ashkenazi.
Uh-huh. That's enough. 49. Did you do a 23andMe?
Yeah. What
That's
about
Jewish. You're Jewish.
Yeah, I'm Jew.
You're Jew.
It's also
Bat mitzvah?
No.
Bas miss?
Mm-mm.
Father, mother, Jewish doesn't matter to
Dad.
me. Dad doesn't matter to me. People, they like to go, your mother's not Jewish? That makes you not Jewish. Like, well, the Gestapo wouldn't mind.
That's true. Were there a lot of Mike's laughing at that. Was there a lot of Jewish people in Tulsa?
Not a lot. No.
Yeah, right? Because
No.
you just said Bible Belt.
Yeah, Bible Belt. More Bible Belt than Jewish Belt.
Was that like, oh, you're a Jew?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Probably
it was worse in Oklahoma City. Wait, there was some dot thought I was going to piece together.
Wait,
but
what's
probably
a
wasn't
dot
interesting.
thought?
Thought. I said dot, and dot rhymed with thought, and then dot came out first.
Oh, okay.
You know what it was? I was going to say there was something I was going to connect the dots to, and then I was going to say there was something that I was going to finish the thought of, and then dot thought just came out.
I see a
It's a
thought
soup.
bubble, and it's dot,
spit
dot,
bubble?
like a text.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The dots.
Yeah. Hang on. There's more coming. dot. I guess if the camera's facing there.
Tulsa, Jewish.
Tulsa, Jewish, sum me up. Put me in a box. Go ahead. How are you going to define this guy?
Are your parents from there?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
my mom's from Oklahoma City. My dad is from Tulsa. Can I bang this table, or is that bad for the sound?
It
People
might
don't like
be bad for the sound.
I'm a professional actor, and
You are.
Uh-huh. And
You have a big IMDb page.
I have a nice, healthy IMDb page.
Yeah.
A lot of shorts on there that pad it out, because sometimes as an actor you have to say yes to things that you're like, all right, that just to do 4 of them to pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is you got all these extra IMDb credits with crap that you're like, well, I didn't want to be put on there. But then again, IMDb is not a reflection of your quality. It's really just a reflection of
Quantity?
Fact, supposedly.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an information site. So if they want to know that I appeared in, some crap short film, then for $50, it doesn't say how much I got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Then
it just looks like you've done a lot of stuff.
it's true. I mean,
it's good.
still putting in my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have worked on a lot of cool stuff.
That's true too.
Yeah. You have a cool look.
I'm cool. Thanks. I got a great look.
Yeah.
It's
Do
a
you
red
know
hat.
you have a great look?
From certain angles.
That's cool.
Well, great look. Yeah, there's a very unique look.
Yeah.
I got to know I'm a different looking guy.
You're not, but it's more just like you're that guy in that movie.
Uh-huh. I guess I'll take that as a. I
Right?
think it's I'm a character
It
actor.
is.
I'm
No,
a character
it's a
actor.
character actor.
I'm a professional
Well,
character actor.
You're
That's what I say.
interesting. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So were you, when you were growing up, was that, like, what did you want to do when you were growing up in Tulsa? Was that, like, had you wanted to, like, move out to LA and do comedy and acting? Like, what were you thinking about doing
when
as a
I was
Tulsa person?
in third grade, or no, second grade or something like that, they had us do a what do you want to be when you grow up thing, and I didn't have anything, an assignment, and you make a presentation, and I waited to the last second. I couldn't think of anything, and then I just said as a joke, not even really committing to it, that I was like, I'll do like stand-up comedian, and I did. I wrote like a stand-up act and then read the act to the class.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I wish I still had the paper with the jokes.
Yeah.
I could use the extra material.
Would have been a good post.
A what?
Would be good content.
Post?
Yeah.
A good post?
Yeah.
Like take a post off the internet?
No, like be like, oh, like look at this cute thing I didn't say.
Oh, that'd be a great post.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a great
post.
That's
the stuff people love.
I'd get likes.
Yeah, that's like like.
That'd be a good post.
But where did that, like, were you a fan of stand? I didn't even know what stand up was.
Oh, you said what I want to do when I growed up. I don't know.
But how'd you think of the stand up thing? Were you a fan of comedy?
I was funny.
You were always a funny kid.
I was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was funny, and I liked performing, but I'd say around late teens, early 20s, I was very like, no, not me. I hate that. Stupid. I wouldn't dare. And then I did improv in high school, and then I moved to LA with the intention to go to film school, but I was a bad student, so I instead went to the Groundlings. And
when you first moved here?
Pretty much,
That's what I did when I first
really?
moved here.
What year did you move here?
Out 7 years ago, in 2013.
2012.
So then, is that 7 years ago?
What we're still in 2019. So 19, so 17, 18, 19. So yeah, you moved out in late 2007?
No, in 2013.
10.
In 2013.
More plus 10.
19 minus 13.
Wait a second.
That's
13. 6. No, 2012 plus 7 is 2019.
Okay, so I've been out here for 6 years then.
So 2013. But we're coming up on 2020. So then that'll be 7 because 2013 plus 7 is 2020.
I get confused sometimes.
Well, you know why my math is probably easier in the years? I like the chronology, just like I like to IMDb things and memorize it, because I was born in 1980, so
that
the
makes
math
things
is real
easy. Easy.
But if you're born in 87,
I've got to subtract all the time.
You got to do this 3 thing all the time to get to the zeros.
Exactly. I'm not good at math either.
Yeah. Give me a year that's happened in my life, I'll tell you how old I was.
Fuck.
You can't think of a year?
1999.
I was 19 and 18.
I mean, that's easy.
I turned 19.
That's
it was so easy.
Damn.
99, 1 and 9.
Wow.
85, I turned 5.
I got to set my kids up for success.
Land them in it. You got kids?
When I do.
When you're going to have them, make sure they're.
You better have
them.
Next.
You better get started now, because you're going to have to wait another 10 years.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I can make their life easier.
You want them to have good math. You want them to have good math.
Yeah.
Shit, I better get kids too.
That makes sense. So where were we?
Something good. God.
What were we talking about before that? Don't be naughty. Don't be naughty. Oh yeah, Groundlings.
Groundlings. I went to Groundlings.
Yeah.
And that was like college.
Yeah. Did you go through the whole thing?
No, I didn't do the advanced.
Same. I passed intermediate and then I stopped and started focusing on stand-up.
Oh, I gotta stretch. Yes, that was a good stretch though. But that's what I did the writing lab. I don't know if they changed the program.
They might have changed it then.
I think they've changed it. When I did it, you do the basic, intermediate, writing, advanced, and then you get into the Sunday company or you don't. I think they've made it bigger now. Mm-hmm. So there's pre-Sunday companies. Then it was back then I never took advanced because UCB came to town. And then they were like, hey, you sketch kids around town, come into UCB for free. You can put your shows up, and then take our classes. And so the friends I had made, we just kind of did that because the wait list was so long.
You seem more UCB anyway.
See, I think I always I seemed more partial to Groundlings because they were characters. But maybe there's a, good look, arty, indie, alt type guy that UCB used to be associated with in the first wave of LA UCB, talking comedy history in LA.
Yeah, is that, you don't think that's really...
I would say that I probably fit that bill, but I always was less of an... Well, I don't know. I don't want to put myself... I'm not going to someone you have to find a Josh historian to tell
No,
you
I'd
what
like
he was
to
like.
know.
Okay, well, if you'd like to know,
Keep biographing.
keep
Keep
autobiographing. I don't know exactly. I'm going to rewind. I didn't go to film school because I was a bad student. I went to comedy class, and then I was funny, and I did stand-up, and then I was pretty funny, and then I got better at that, and then I said, okay, I'm going to wait for Groundlings, and then they said, UCB, want to come to UCB? And then we did, the friends and I also ran shows. Like, I ran a show in the basement of a Ramada Inn for years.
That's cool.
And then UCB, and then UCB for a while, and then I never went back to Groundlings. But then I always stayed. You know what was interesting? I always stayed kind of like a fanboy at the Groundlings. You know what I mean?
Like going to the shows?
Like when you went to the Groundlings, did you notice that you kind of became enamored by the performers there?
Yeah, I love Edie Patterson.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the teachers, these really good teachers teach you.
Yeah.
Like I took character classes with Mindy Sterling.
Yeah.
She's been on the podcast
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
But like that to me was like really cool.
Yeah.
Like I was like, wow, like I'm getting directed by like Karen Mariama.
Yeah.
Mariama. Yeah, Mariama. I don't know. I
had her
like,
too.
Yeah.
I had both of them.
Me too. Like and Annie Sertich, who
yeah.
I love. Like,
we were in the writing lab together.
And like I'm a big, and then like going to like Cooking with Gas, like like Jim Rash.
Yeah.
Is like incredible to me.
Yeah.
And just like to me, I'd be like excited when a performer I really liked would be performing, and I would get to watch them.
And then it's like them personally, and then you can see, and they've given you. Yeah, it was a good.
So that to me was cool. Is that what you meant?
It was. Yeah. Well, I mean, like exactly what you're talking about. You go there, and it's kind of you're encapsulated. Everyone's got all these abilities as a performer and writer. And if you go to like the Sunday shows, you see them workshop stuff, and so that when I was real young and impressionable, I used to go to a lot of those. Like I went like every weekend, sometimes twice a weekend, and that was like, I mean, it was and I also was have been a big movie nerd for years and comedy nerd, so I've watched there was a period I would just absorb everything, and then, but if I meet someone now who's like in the main company, I always want to have this conversation that I know they've had so many times over the years, and I can see their eyes glaze over.
What is it?
Oh, you're in the Groundlings? Wow, I was in the Groundlings. I had this teacher. I had this
Who
teacher.
were your teachers?
The point of the story though is like I would tell them that, and they'd be like, oh, great. Like they don't care anymore, because they've had that. That's what people talk about at the Groundlings. They go, who was your teacher? Oh, my teacher. Oh, I had him.
Yeah.
Oh, I had her. And then the people who are in the main company, they're already teaching. They're already off and working. But I had Jim Rash for writing lab.
I perked up.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. He's so good.
He's great. He's the one an Academy Award.
I know. Yeah. For The Descendants.
I had two great teachers. I had a guy named David John and a guy named Ted Michaels. And Ted Michaels does the Wednesday show, the Crazy Uncle Joe show.
Oh, yeah.
The long form show.
Okay.
And I had his wife, Heather Morgan. She was on the Dana Carvey show.
Okay.
And I had this guy, Jeremy Rowley, who was really talented.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
And then I had...
he's really funny.
Yeah, he was really funny. And then this teacher, Kristen Sussin, she was hysterical. And then I also took a lot of classes with Karen Mariama, and I took some Mindy Sterling classes. Phyllis Katz is another teacher.
She was my teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great. I took a lot of writing classes from her. Like she also does private writing classes, and those were really helpful. Yeah, I think I learned a lot at the Groundlings, and then I learned a lot at UCB too. Like Matt Besser was a great teacher. And there's some teachers that have a style that people are like, I don't like that. It's not like Karen was famously like hard on students, but I always thought that I grew more from that than anything,
Yeah, she actually wasn't mean to me.
Yeah,
and it made me feel so special.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that probably means she didn't like. She was like, "There's no point."
No, she was nice to me. She was like nice to me and encouraging to me, and I saw her be mean to people around me, and like that kind of stuff makes me feel good. Like that's like how I ended up in a lot of like toxic relationships with guys who are assholes to everyone except for me, and then I felt special.
They're like,
and then it turned
he's sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, Matt Besser.
Yeah, Matt Besser. He's great. He would do. I mean, he put so much work into building that school up, and like And he did like when it was starting out, he just would do like these basically to handfuls of students like free workshops where for someone like me who didn't know how to write, which was I think that slowed me down a lot. I learned how to write. You know what I mean? That was something. It was like Groundlings. I learned how to do characters, and then UCB. I learned how to write.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did UCB in New York before I moved out here. But I don't know that I only did 101, 201, and 301. So I don't feel like I learned how to. I did that in 2011. So I don't know if I learned how to write from that. Was that from a different? Was that like?
Well, I
along?
took a bunch. There were a bunch of teachers at UCB, and it was really more the structure of based someone. I just probably needed someone to simply break down like, here's how the structure of a joke works.
Oh yeah,
and you can take liberties however you want, or at least that was what I told myself.
Or like callbacks kind of things.
Callbacks, heightening.
Because I feel like that's like their whole sort of.
I still sometimes am like, don't know how to write a joke. I had sometimes I'll just come up with a topic. I know I've got something to say, or something you say something funny on, socially, and you're like, well, I guess I'll just bring that up on stage and see if it gets out.
Yeah.
But I remember years ago, Jeff Ross, he emailed me and he's like, it was before the Burn, his show on HBO, or not HBO, Comedy Central was coming out, and he was like, hey, can you submit a writing sample? And I was like, oh, yeah. And then I got the packet to fill it out, and I was like, I don't know how to write these jokes. I don't know how to come up with a joke.
Yeah.
And I wrote like 2, and I think I sat there for 2 days being like, how do you write a joke? And then I gave up and figured, well, he probably's got all these people, and then he was like, I think about a month later, he was like, I never got your packet. And then so I didn't have a job.
Well, yeah, you don't have like very structured jokes.
Some of them might be. I don't know. Come watch my act. You might hear a structured joke. I bet I got a structured joke. Come on.
I haven't seen you enough. All I've seen, I think, is that Lucy.
The Hosty Lucy's.
Yeah, which is you which is just like, essentially just kind of like talking.
We're loosing and
funny.
Yeah,
loose.
riff, and it's funny, right?
Sure, it's funny.
Funny.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Well, I like to do.
Yeah,
Not
Josh
funny.
was doing a show with Sam Brown and Eric Moneypenny at the Pack Theater. Sam, so before I moved here, I was obsessed with The Whitest Kids You Know. Obsessed.
Did you go see them in New York?
No, I only had watched their show on IFC. IFC, right?
I think I pop up a couple times in the show.
Oh, really?
I'm good friends with them and toured with them when we were younger.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and then we met when we were in our early 20s. I just happened to be in New York when they were doing a show that they did pianos, and then
I used to go to pianos.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Yes, but you never saw them. I guess you were too young, huh?
No, I went there to like party, but I had never been there when there was
That's
like
where they did their show.
There. Yeah.
Do people listening about comedy history? Do people hear?
Yeah, some people do.
Then the other ones
are
like,
we can talk about something else if you want.
Well, I got bored.
Okay.
I mean, we can. I want to hear. I want to hear what you say about Sam, because
well,
Sam's
thank
one of
you
my
for
best
the
friends.
honesty.
Well, I was like, I just feel like I'm like.
I got bored a little, but
yeah, I was like, no one wants to hear about.
I know, that's what people think all the time. People don't want to hear about their lives.
Yeah, no one wants to hear about my life and my trying to do
well, I'll tell you quickly about Sam. Me and my roommate
Yes.
were obsessed with that show. Obsessed, and we watch it all the time. My favorite one is the Jaws one. When they were like talking about like a shark, and then the camera like pans over to like a girl who had like her legs open.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like just like shit like that. That's like the quickest thing I can think of. But it was so funny, and we were obsessed, and we had a huge crush on Sam and Trevor and Zach.
Did you ever tell any of the guys that?
Well, I remember I think I had like messaged Trevor one time saying something, and he like read it and didn't respond, and I was like so embarrassed. But that was
it on MySpace?
I don't remember. It was like
I bet it was MySpace.
It was probably like 9 years ago, and then I think I might have messaged
Were we doing
him
MySpace?
on
Vegas?
Facebook. Not Vegas. And then with Sam, when I moved here, my friend was like, "Oh, I'm taking like sketch classes at the Pack Theater, and Sam teaches there." And I was like, and I was like, "I love him." And I was like, so I went there, and I took Eric's class first, then Heather's, and then by then I didn't care anymore.
You're over it.
Well, I was just like, I don't have a crush on this person anymore. He's just a funny like guy.
My crush is dead.
But I was like, I don't need to like go in his class now. Like
Right.
I was just past it.
Right.
Like I was
Right.
doing the work
Right.
and then I just
You know what? You're a peer at this point.
yeah, I went
Yeah.
from fan to peer and then I was like, I don't fucking care anymore.
How's that feel going? That's a good topic. From going from fan to peer.
With Chelsea Skidmore.
Yes.
Hi.
No longer fan. You invite peers onto the podcast to
Yes.
discuss our peerhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then like I even was like, oh, maybe I'll have Sam on the podcast. And I'm like, I don't even give a fuck anymore.
Really? You hate him now?
No, I like him. And I've like talking about it, I had good conversations with him.
Oh, we got a show on Friday
this
at the
Friday?
Pack.
Oh, you do?
If you feel like coming, no
I'll
pressure.
be in Kansas City.
What are you doing there?
Opening for Josh Wolf.
Oh, okay. Where in Kansas City?
Improv.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, do you like Kansas City? Have you been there?
No, I haven't been there, but I've been to Hannibal, which is like kind of near, or maybe a couple hours away. I visited a friend there. It's like in the middle of Missouri, and I went to a live animal auction. All these people were holding like ferrets. They were holding like
Get your animals from Hannibal?
Yes, they were auctioning zebras, camels. It was like fucking insane.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you seen? Is there?
I've never
stuff
done
like
anything
that
like that.
in
No,
Oklahoma?
if there is, I didn't make it to it. And in fact, you know what? I mean, I lived in Tulsa my whole life, and only in the past couple months, my girlfriend and I, when we go there, she went there with me a couple times, and we drove, but we didn't take the toll road, so we went through the small towns. And I don't think I'd ever really done that. You know, seen
There's
the
probably
real Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder why.
Well, I didn't drive much when I didn't drive
Really?
out of Tulsa when I lived there. I mean, I moved when I was 20, and I started driving when I was 16. I never went on road trips, but I also am kind of like a nervous homebody where I don't stray too far alone.
Did you go to parties growing up?
Yeah, I didn't party or anything. I actually was the only one who I still never did any drugs. And
You've never done any drugs?
Never done any drugs, didn't drink till I was 21.
Wow.
But all my friends would, sleep on my couch and stuff like that when they'd be all.
Do you drink
up.
now?
I drink now, but I've still never even smoked weed.
Are you curious? Are you okay?
No, I think I've got OCD, and I think that, I mean, maybe it's an OCD thing. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
What's the OCD?
The doctors watching can diagnose me later. What diagnose me, doctor?
What's the OCD stuff?
Well, the OCD thing I was gonna say is that I think it's like if I started. I mean, it didn't happen with alcohol, but if I started doing drugs, I just wouldn't be able to stop. Is that what happened to you?
Yeah.
You started doing drugs, you couldn't stop? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I drink, but I don't have a drinking problem, but
Addictive personality?
I eat. I have eating problems. I'll pig out.
Yeah, I know what that's like. What do you like to pig out on?
Well, I'm a big cookies. You know, a good topic. I know what that's like. What do you like to pig out on? I as an experiment decided to be vegan for November and December. Just to
Get ready
to see.
for the holiday eating?
I went to Thanksgiving and my mom was like, "What's vegan?"
Really?
And
in
she-
Oklahoma?
Yeah, but she's not like a hick or
Oklahoma?
anything. She just
No.
never had any reason to know what vegan meant.
Did she really not know?
She was like, "What is it again? It's not vegetarian? Well, how's it different?" And I said, "No dairy, no animal product, no dairy." But I think I probably dropped 10 pounds or something like that just by being vegan, not really trying, but also it stopped me from binging. Would eat crap late at night, and there's not so many options, and I don't know. I just don't have as much of a nervous eating problem as I did. I was having it's been intermittent my whole life. I think.
I've
You got eating
I've had
disorders?
food
No
pro-
pressure.
yeah.
You don't have to answer.
No,
Can you talk
I
about
have.
that here?
Yeah, I'm very open. I've had eating disorders my whole life.
Really?
But now, I was really anorexic in high school
Uh-huh.
and bulimic,
Uh-huh.
for a long time, for 15 years.
Uh-huh.
And now I don't. I just do not do any of that stuff anymore. But
Yeah.
I still eat like a bulimic. I'm just not throwing up after.
What does that mean? You pig out, you binge,
Oh,
it becomes emotional.
I eat a lot. I
Yeah.
eat a lot. Someone told,
everything? You eat everything?
I don't like pork.
Uh-huh.
If we're just and I don't like there's a lot of foods I haven't eaten
Uh-huh.
and that I don't like. But
Not interested.
But like I love pasta.
Uh-huh.
I love Italian food.
Yeah.
Um
What's your ethnic background? What's Skidmore?
Jewish and French. But
Jewish and French?
Skidmore technically isn't my last name. It's really Schreier.
Uh-huh.
Mad Jewish.
Where did is it a
Skidmore-
stage name?
No. Well, my dad's mom remarried when I remember the story better when I do this. When he was younger, so his last name is technically whatever.
Skidmore's not a Jew. Skidmore, the one that your dad's mom who married Skidmore. Skidmore wasn't a Jew, but
I don't know.
But your dad is a Jew. Schreier.
Yeah.
Schreier.
I'm a fucking
Chelsea
Jew.
Chelsea Schreier.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why?
I'm glad with Skidmore.
Chelsea Schreier.
Skidmore's better.
It is hard. Chelsea Skidmore is easier to say. Chelsea Schreier. It's with the Chelsea
Schreier. Yeah, it's too much.
You gotta. There's not enough of a break from the S when.
Yeah,
and then you pick up with an S again.
It's also
C Schreier. C Schreier.
It's too much.
Chelsea, and then your Chell is also close to Shell, so you might as well be Shell, she, Schreier. It's a real,
like
it's a real tongue twister.
It's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. But yeah. What do you like? And then I like sugar a lot.
Yes, sugar. I have cookies. I mean,
You know what I got?
everything. I can't. Cookies has been a problem for soft ones. There was a time when I would go. You hate soft cookies?
I want them crispy.
Ooh, no, thank you. Crunchers, get that crunchy thing out of here. Unless, I could do a Famous Amos, which is a crumbly cookie.
A Famous Amos? Were you getting that at the mall?
Yeah. The
Really?
Famous Amos store.
You go there?
They sell Famous Amos at the Gap now, too.
No way.
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
I just said you said at the mall, so I was adding on.
Yeah.
That's where all that improv, training
Auntie
came
Anne's.
from. Of course, they sell them at the Gap and the Banana
I would
Republic.
believe that, though.
They sell
Trying to make the Gap better, bring more
Abercrombie
people
and chocolate chip.
in.
Well, I don't do Famous Amos so much anymore unless it's dark. Usually I'll try to get. Now that I've been vegan for a whole month,
Are you
really.
weak?
What's that?
Are you weak?
No, I think I'm pretty strong.
From the vegan. You're like, oh, I'm hungry and tired.
You know what? Sometimes I'll forget to eat, and then I will be cranky. I find myself the past month and a half getting emotional quicker, and I don't know if that's maybe it's the weather or something like that.
No, that's not it.
That's vegan, huh?
Yep.
But I take a B12.
Well, there's a thing called halting. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired.
So
whenever you're...
Is this a
12-step kind of thing.
Okay, halting, hungry, angry, lonely, tired.
So whenever you feel yourself getting emotional, you're like, wait, am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Am I tired? What do I need right now? It's almost like if you're a baby.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
And so then what happens? What do you do?
You're like, okay, have I eaten? If you find yourself getting emotional or angry or freaking out, you're like, okay,
you're hungry, you need...
You're like, wait, have I eaten? Am I tired? What do I need right now?
And then what's the anger? What do you do with the anger? You say, I'm hungry, I'm angry. I'm going down the list. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired.
Shit.
So you're hungry, eat a sandwich. You're angry.
I don't know.
Go to the
Calm down,
Ferris
maybe
wheel.
Meditate.
Lonely, find someone to fall in love with. or find a friend. Tired, take a nap.
Yeah.
So you
exactly.
got sandwich, balloons, friendship, nap.
Balloons for the anger?
No, to make you happy. Yeah, balloons make you happy.
They do? Do balloons make you happy?
No.
What? Yeah, it sounded like you just were defending yourself.
I was trying to think of it.
Josh, do you like balloons?
Answer the question.
Do you like them?
My girlfriend got me balloons on my birthday. She doesn't live in Los Angeles. And I was in the morning. There was a bunch of balloons, on my porch. And
that's so cute.
Yeah, and I didn't know who sent them though.
But you hoped?
I did kind of in the back of my head. And then I think I messaged her, someone sent me balloons.
No card?
Maybe it's the person who delivered them stole the car. I don't know. Just there were balloons. So I did some prank delivery stuff for her on her birthday. I had a Uber Eats at 8 in the morning because she had to go to work, and then she has 2 kids and she had to get the kids to school. And so I was messaging her. I was awake at 3 in the morning because she lives 3 hours away. And I was like, are you up yet? Are you leaving? What time are you leaving? Exactly what time are you leaving? Yeah. Are the kids ready? Yeah. And I'm also texting with the Uber Eats driver, are you close? Are you close? And so the Uber Eats driver came and he had a bag of 4 pints of ice cream. And she was like, a man just pulled up in a car and gave me a bag of ice cream.
Does she like ice cream, or you just thought it'd be funny and weird?
I was gonna have a pizza delivered, but there was no pizza at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
In Georgia, so I So ice cream was just the best I could come up
Yeah.
with. And then I had some other things delivered, but I already forgot what they were.
Did you meet her performing there?
No, we met in Los Angeles, where she used to live in 2006 at Mr. T's Bowl, which was a punk place, like a punk venue. But now it's the Highland Park Bowling Alley in Highland Park.
Oh, cool.
Figueroa.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Ice cream. What were you gonna say?
Twin
Eating
Peaks.
disorders. Oh yeah. What do you
Twin
want to know?
Peaks.
What about it?
So how was that?
Pretty good.
I love Twin Peaks.
Pretty great. Yeah. What are your favorite shows? Twin Peaks, one of them.
Yeah.
Do you watch the new one?
You know what? I've been having a hard time getting through the new one.
I
love.
That's the one I was on.
I know.
You said like Twin Peaks, like you thought maybe I was on a different one.
No, I know which one you were on.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't mean to be rude by saying that. It was a slow. It's been a slow couple. Those first few episodes have been slow.
Oh yeah. You got turn out the lights, turn up the volume.
Do you know? You know.
I've heard people say such a thing. I, of course, maybe I'm biased or just a big fan or whatever. I was into it all. So I'm sort of like, for me, it's like, no matter what it is, I'm going to pay attention.
Yeah.
But there's some people that it's just like, I'm interested in David Lynch's body of work, regardless.
Totally. Yeah.
So even if there's something that, like, as a standalone, one might say, well, that's not for me, I'm going to be interested to see, like, what is this man doing now?
Yeah. The original Twin Peaks I loved. I have the keychain to the Twin Peaks hotel from the pop-up. My ringtone is the Twin Peaks ringtone. So
which part of it?
What do you mean which part
which
of
part
it?
of the ringtone? Which part of the theme is the ringtone?
Yeah. I just love it. So we were really excited. We got Showtime just to watch it too.
And then you wound up waiting a year.
And then it was like, and then it just took like, it was just like a little, I don't know. It just took, it's been taking a while for us. We're on like episode 4.
I think
I
think that's when I show up.
Shut the fuck up. No, you're just doing
I think that's when I show
No,
up.
you
As episode
don't.
4. I think it is when I show up.
You're just fucking with me because
I'm not. It's a total.
But do you get how that's funny?
Yes, I do, because it's a callback. Remember we were talking about, and then remember how we were talking about callbacks? It's all coming together. The whole thing is coming together.
It's coming together.
So that just means anytime you watch something that I'm gonna be in, just wait a little bit longer.
And you're about to pop up.
And then I pop up.
Well, I just wanted Coop to wake up, you know? I just wanted him, come on, Coop. Stop.
It's not what the show's about.
I know. Okay.
You're just gonna have to embrace.
I know, and we talk about it all the time. We're like, we gotta watch it. We gotta watch it. There's a lot of shows going on. Another favorite show of mine was Succession. Which did you watch? Succession?
I haven't seen it yet. I saw a couple episodes like randomly in hotel rooms.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
But that's one thing I noticed though. No matter where I've gone, I've traveled a bunch to. Yeah. I keep getting tongue twisted. Let's take a water break.
Will help. And to continue.
Picking up where we left off. I traveled a lot the past few months, and one thing I
That
noticed,
was the funniest thing. That was so funny.
It's happening still. You interrupted. You said it's fun.
Sorry. Reset.
Oh, I have a funny thing actually. A bit. Do you have any like one-liner jokes that you don't have to, or just like throwaway one-liners?
Yeah.
You want to say them and I'll play an audience member. So this is a bit. You got like 3 one-liners. 3 like just throwaway one-liners. They don't have to be from your act. They can
Every man who's ever said to me, "I want to fuck you," so
don't just save it. Save it for the bit. Okay, this bit is comedy for performing for art people. So I'm art people. You know, like suppose you're doing your stand-up act for our crowd, and then I'll be the audience, you be the comedian. Okay, here we go.
Every man who's ever said to me, "I want to fuck you so badly," did just that.
That's funny.
Staying in shape isn't easy, right? You have to work out 4 times a week, watch what you eat, throw it up.
That's funny.
What are my other one-liners? I can't think of on the spot. Those are the 2 ones I could quickly think of. And the second one had 2 lines.
That's funny. That's what I think comedy for art people is. They go
art people,
art folks. I just performed at this art fair in Miami.
Like Art Basel.
It was a smaller one. It's called Nada, and but it goes at the same time as Art Basel.
Is that where Doug was?
Doug who?
Lessenhop.
Was he there? I don't know. I didn't correspond with him this week, but I didn't go. It happens at the same time as Art Basel, but yeah, I had to perform, and I was just sure it was going to be a room full of people either doing nothing or going, that's funny. That's funny.
And
That's funny.
what was it?
Maybe a mix of both.
Yeah.
It was fun. I got him on my side.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know, you ever have to perform and they're silent, and then you're like, okay, I gotta have to pull out the reserves to get them to. I gotta find a way to poke and prod to shit. You know, look at this, ha ha ha. Mm-hmm.
I know.
You know, you gotta.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna go small. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go. I don't even care anymore. I'm gonna do this for me. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna be desperate. I'm gonna be not desperate. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna kick. I'm gonna sit. So I did all that, and it worked. I got him. That's how to do it.
That's interesting. I never thought of it that way. I'm going to go big. I'm going to go small. I'm going to go.
Well, it's kind of just, it's like, ooh, they're not responding to my, I'm used to doing a handful of things, and then I've got a typical crowd on my side, and then those things aren't working. And then I think I've had that happen enough through the years that it's like, well, don't just have a crybaby tantrum. You got to try something new. And then eventually you figure out maybe if they don't get, sometimes it's like, I don't get it. Why don't they like me right away? Then maybe I need to address it or something. Sometimes it works and sometimes nothing works.
So do you believe sometimes do you ever do the thing it was them, or do you think it was me?
I think it was them sometimes.
Yeah, me too. Because sometimes people are like, you shouldn't say that.
Who said, fuck them people.
Right? Thank you.
Yeah, like, you're not a real comic if you can't get every type of crowd and every type of person to say, you're hilarious. If you can't, you're not a real comic. Well, sorry. Sorry. You're you're the real comic, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not a real comic, according to guy who says that.
So Twin Peaks, was it just like a regular audition?
I can't say anything because you haven't seen it, so it's gonna spoil.
I just want to know, like, I'll
Was
ask
it
you
fun?
like just general
I'll
basic
tell you
questions.
everything. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Please.
I signed a
And then we can wrap
non-disclosure
up.
agreement.
No, you
Is
didn't.
it time to wrap up?
No, we can wrap up with this if you want.
What do you want to know? I'd love to tell you. I'm just being
general
difficult
stuff.
for fun.
I know. Stop. That's enough. That's ASMR.
Yeah. Who's here? Hey, you're the only ASMR I see. Ew, the smacking is what I'm not a fan of.
You don't
the
like this
smack.
one?
I don't mind.
That's
no.
eating.
Yeah, my brother used to do it at the dinner table, and I'd go, "Mom, make him stop." And
What? Going.
Yeah, he'd smack.
Yeah.
The smacking.
Chewing loudly.
Yeah, he'd go, ugh, don't like it.
So
That's one of my few don't like it.
Misanthrope.
What's that mean?
No, it's the misophomia. It's the one with the noises.
The one with the noises.
It's like the fear of, or not fear. It's like you get grossed out or creeped out by noises. Like people like crinkling open like a chip bag, for example.
Nah, that don't bother me. Chick, crinkle it up. Nah, that don't bug me. Nah, crinkle, that don't bother. What don't I like? What don't I like? I think I can handle. We're gonna get back to Twin Peaks, but this chatting is so good.
You know I want to get into it.
What do you want to know?
You're just dangling, and you're just like, nope, not now.
What do you want to know?
I want to. Okay.
I'm just scared because I got a couple canned stories that I've told maybe
but
on podcast.
I haven't heard them.
But I've told them.
My audience is different.
Well,
I want to hear
them. If you don't entertain all the audiences, you're not an entertainer.
I want the canned stories.
Ask a good question about it, and then maybe ask a specific question about it, and then maybe I will find a whole new answer that I haven't.
Wait, where is it filmed?
I shot in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, cool. I thought it was a different Los Angeles.
I shot. What's that? I shot in Los Angeles.
How many? So was
Wyoming.
it just like a normal audition that came through?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't. It was an audition for something with a different title, and
on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything was very secretive, and then there was no sides, and you just had. There was an audition. They auditioned actors, and actors just went in and chatted, and then
with who?
With casting people.
And you had no idea what it was for.
I think I had because I'm, like I said, an IMDb nerd type guy.
Yeah.
And I knew this casting director, the casting director, Joanna Ray, is David Lynch's longtime casting director. And I knew from the trades that there was going to be a new Twin Peaks. And I knew that she was, she's retired now, that she doesn't castings that often.
So
and
you
I knew
were
it was
a fan enough also of him to know this.
yes,
Ooh.
and because I'm a big movie person, so I knew enough to know like this is something with a mysterious title. You have to sign a
What was the
non-disclosure.
title?
Well, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it this
Okay,
point.
cool.
But I don't know if that's something they wanted to keep secret or whatever.
Okay, that's fine.
But maybe because who knows, there could be a season 2 of that. Probably won't be. But for whatever reason, they keep things secret. But I auditioned for the thing, and
what was the audition? Just talking?
You just talk, yeah. And
as yourself?
Yep. They just ask you questions, and it becomes a weird exercise of like, can I be myself in the moment? But you also can, if you look. I've read interviews or watched interviews with David Lynch, and he talks about, he's like, I don't like to audition actors because it makes them uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. What I do is I have them speak, and I look at the video, and I look in their eyes, and I decide who the character is from that or whatever,
Oh, that's so interesting.
So
had you already known that too?
I kind of think I think I did know that. I think I'd
Wow.
watched interviews where he talks about actors, and I think in Mulholland Drive he wasn't sure. He liked Naomi Watts but wasn't sure or something, and like had her come back like 3 times just to chat, and then
Were you nervous? Were you like, all I gotta do is just talk and be myself?
I kind of got in my head, but then I also thought, what, I don't know. There's nothing I can do. I think I tried to see. Actually, I was thinking about it a lot, and then beforehand there was this character actor named Tracy Walter, who he's in Batman. He's the guy Jack Nicholson says, Bob, you are my number one man. And he's in City Slickers. He plays the cook. He's in Repo Man. He plays the guy who says, play the shrimp. Anyway, he looks like a homeless guy. And I saw a guy who was like a homeless guy, and I thought, wait, that's got to be Tracy Walter, because I knew that this actor looks like that. And he used to come into my video store that I worked at for 10 years, Cinephile, which is still open. And I said, first thing he says, hey, nice glasses. I like your glasses. Funny thing about glasses is you take them to the driver's license, and he starts going on and on and on. And I interrupt. I go, are you Tracy? He goes, yeah. Anyway, da-da-da-da-da-da. And so then I sat down, and then he went in, and then I heard him just talking up a storm. He was in there talking for like 20 minutes. And then I think that made me not nervous, because I just went in there and I started talking about him.
That's funny.
And then so I had something to talk about. Instead of, I just feel like if you ever have an audition where, like, I don't think they're going to care you selling yourself or trying to look interesting. I think that it's more interesting to see someone just talking about something, as opposed to like, well, my name is Josh, and I'm from Tulsa, and you can know all about, and I did, they did say, I think they did say something like, oh, you do comedy, right? And I probably went into some sort of canned spiel. But you become hyper aware about like what you say when you have a short amount of time to say something for someone. But at any rate, go
on more about that, because I'm going to learn from myself. So
it's like when you say I'm a casting person and you have to come in and meet me, and they don't give you any instructions. They just say, come in and meet the casting person. Are you going to come in and start reciting, here is my story. I'm Chelsea. I am married to Steven. I am a comedian. I moved from New York. Like at a certain point,
it's
boring.
Isn't
Isn't it more interesting to just be like, how do they make this foam? This table is something. My sweatshirt's red.
Yeah, that's more interesting.
If you just are like, this is crinkly, does that give you ASMR? Because like, and then if they want to know the thing about recite your mini bio, they'll ask. But what's weird is I do remember actually that audition kind of very well. Because I was just on a roll talking about Tracy, and then riffing and talking about movies or whatever. And then they said, you do comedy, right? And that's when I was like, yes. The thing about doing comedy is you can do it this way or that way or whatever.
You said something like that?
I don't know what I said.
Funny.
I just remembered, like, I left. I go, I don't know what I said about doing stand-up. I just said... Oh, I probably talked about how at the time I mean, this was 2015, I think I did the audition. But at the time, I think I was going on and on about how people will have the like cadence contagion,
Contagion?
or like a cadence theft. You'll get if there's a like who to you is the most popular comedian, and then probably there's a dozen people who sound like them right now.
Yeah,
I just kind of talked about that, but that's a canned topic for me.
Oh.
That's something I always will talk about or used to. Now I'm like, who cares? I don't care.
Yeah.
People can sound like whatever they want to sound like until they
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
But that's what I think. They're like, you do comedy, and I go, yeah, comedy. People sound like the other comedian or something.
Yeah.
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 So
So then what happened?
then I think, not a year went by, but a long time went by. Several months went by. And then I got an offer for a part, and it was a very small part. It was like a couple lines, and it would have been like an afternoon shoot. And I thought, really cool as a fan, it won't be anything like that it'll just be like a feather in my cap.
What was that for, though?
Just a very small, tiny, like
a separate thing?
Same. It was Twin Peaks.
Did they tell you it was Twin Peaks?
I think I knew it was Twin Peaks at that point.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I think I knew it was Twin Peaks when I went in, but I wasn't supposed to know it was Twin Peaks. I just knew because Joanna Ray and TV show David Lynch, Secret.
Yes.
So
they're like, hey, we'd love to have you on this like quick little thing.
I got the sides. I think I had to go drive somewhere to pick them up, and I wasn't allowed to print them, and I had to give them back. But it was a small part, like an assistant, like so-and-so's here to see you, sir. And then I got a call like a week later saying that I was going to shoot sooner and that my part was changing. And so then they wound up casting me in the part that I'm in now, which was a much better part.
Wow.
That was more suited to me. So I wound up at the last second getting to do the part that I was doing. And then I do remember, I think I got the impression that maybe he wasn't totally sure if I was the guy for that role. And then I remember I'll frequently do like stretches and getting ready. I'll do that before a show and just try to get all the nerves out. And sometimes it's a little bit of like anyone watching might get shocked, and then that will make me feel more comfortable if they think, what's that crazy guy doing?
Really?
Kind of.
Do you kind of like, is that a thing that
like
you
that.
Put on, though?
Well, it's real.
You're pretty flexible.
It's real because it helps me because I'm stretching, but then it's also like I'm just pushing away anyone's, like
energy,
expectations. Like if I go and I stretch, and I do this, and I'm like, and I do that, or I stand up and I'm like, I'm just walking around and I go like this, or I go like this, like to me, I'm like, oh, that's a good stretch.
So you're doing this on set in front of everyone.
I do it, it's like I've already shot a little bit of stuff. It's probably day 2 or whatever, but I did it and I knew I was in David Lynch's somewhere eye line. If he turned, he'd see it, and he did see a little bit of it, and he goes, definitely the right casting.
So, oh my God!
That was the other thing too. After the first day we shot, I first met him, and my character's name's Phil, and you can see it on the making of on the behind the scenes DVD. He's like, "Oh, Phil, you're Phil," and he's like, "Phil, you're Phil," and he tells me what Phil's deal is, and then after I shot like this first scene, which didn't actually wind up making it into the show, afterwards he goes, "Phil, good job, Phil. You were good. You were good, Phil. You were a good Phil." He was saying both. He was clearly saying you were a good Phil and you were good, Phil.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, okay, because I think he was like uncertain about whether I was the right Phil. And then afterwards, like, he's the right Phil. And then also, when he saw me stretching, he mumbled like, definitely the right casting.
That's great. Yeah. Did that make you feel so good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he smoking on set? Doesn't he? Right?
I saw him smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he went out a lot to a balcony and smoked.
Uh-huh.
So between setups, he'd pass me. He'd pass through the craft service, and he'd go, "Phil, glad to have you on board."
Like a little, like, oh, hi.
Yeah. He'd say hi. I've embarrassed myself on sets to people that I thought were, I think I was very in the zone.
That you were fans of?
Yeah. And
like
so.
Who?
I don't want to say, but But like, it was embarrassing enough that I remembered it. They may not know. They may not have thought it was anything. But for me, I was like, ugh, I tried too hard, you know.
Totally.
And but for him, I was like, I'm not gonna try to do anything. I'm just gonna only speak when spoken to. If there's a moment for a joke, I'll make a joke, but I'm not gonna try. I mean, I guess me stretching, that's kind of trying. But
I was thinking
but I
that.
needed to get that out of my. That was for me.
Yeah.
You know,
I get
I'm
it.
stretching. You know, an actor must prepare. So if he catches that, you know, maybe he's seeing that and he's like, good, okay, I like that guy. You know, but I wasn't walking up to him and go, say, David, don't you want to watch me stretch? Let me ask you, when you made Eraserhead, what were you really, you know, like, I'm not doing that. So, but yeah, he, you know, if he happened to pass me when I'm there.
What was he wearing?
He was wearing, Google what David Lynch wears on set. He was wearing that. He was wearing a black shirt, slacks, buttoned to the top button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
He's
hot.
Cool. Yeah, he's real handsome.
He is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like he also has like a shouting thing.
Shouting?
Or I don't know if that was just like his character.
He used a megaphone a lot.
Oh, he did?
He directed with a megaphone. It's pretty fun.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Was he far away or was that just for fun?
I think it probably is a mix of both, you know.
I love that.
But he would also come up and give a note, right?
Yeah. So what was it like with like getting notes from him and being directed?
Well,
by
there
him?
is a clip on the new. There's a brand new DVD box, like of everything. Twin Peaks Z to A, I think it's called. It's got all the stuff, all the thing, and it's got a bunch of behind the scenes. And I got sent a link to approve it or whatever, and so you can see him actually directing me. And I'd forgotten about what he was doing, and it was really amazing. You know, there's a scene where I'm with Dougie. Spoiler alert, you haven't gotten to it yet. But Dougie needs help with a thing, and I help him sit in a chair. And he's like, so David was playing Dougie, you know, for the rehearsal. He's like, okay, I'm Dougie, and take him by the arm, open the chair, sit, you know, so I'm just helping him sit in a chair, pretending he's Dougie, and then Kyle MacLachlan's watching, and then so yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's cool. Is he he's very like specific with everything?
Yeah, he was very specific, but then also would know, like, he would set up things to happen, if that makes sense. Like he would, I'm trying to think of he would give a note to someone else that would then inspire
a secret in
something
their
like
ear.
that.
Yeah.
So like there were things that happened, little mysteries in the moment during a scene, and they're so mundane that I can't really give a great example, but he'd give a note to Kyle MacLachlan, and then that would bring something out of me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And then I wouldn't even know that's something that had like so like there's a scene that also didn't make it. I remember where I'm supposed to be dragging Kyle MacLachlan into an office, and he doesn't want to go in there. And we did multiple takes, and it was so fun. I mean, it was all, you know, I do a lot of physical comedy, and it was pretty much that. And there was one take where I didn't expect it to happen, but I'm supposed to be kind of pulling Kyle MacLachlan, and he just pulls really hard, you know, to not go in the office. And so I had to like do you know, like a tug of war type thing with his arms, and I just didn't expect it, you know. And so I don't know if that was his idea or, you know, David told him to do something. Or there was another one where an actor slaps a character on the back, and he gave me a note like, maybe you get maybe he gives, you know, Phil a look, and Phil runs off scared, and then he was after that. He's like, don't do that. Didn't work, you know. And then a few takes in, the actor starts slapping the other guy on the back, and then that kind of would cause me to jump and skedaddle. And then after all the takes, I said to that actor, I go, hey, that was good when you slapped him on the back. That caused me to jump and skedaddle. And he's like, yeah, he told me to. So, you know, and then there was other things like that. There was one other note I remember it gave me. Now I hope I'm not divulging too much.
I'm loving it.
But I hope I'm not going to get in trouble.
You won't get in trouble.
These are all good stories. They're just little simple stories.
No, this isn't
There's
anything.
a scene in an elevator, right? And I get in an elevator, and I remember he gave me one note. He goes, and they didn't get a coverage of it or anything. He just gave me the note, and I was like, sure. He goes, when you get in the elevator, you press the button, or he goes, you go to press the button, and then you notice it's already been pressed, and then you press it anyway. And I said, okay. And he
That's-
just told me to do that. There wasn't any, that wasn't part of the scene. It wasn't like they were going to get a shot of the buttons. They just did it. He just told me to do that. I don't even know if there's any gesture.
You
it's
get a shot of, it was just a little thing.
It was just like,
that's so interesting.
he just would give little, but it's like sometimes a note like that, will make you just think more about being. I think it's like if I were to interpret it somehow, it's like it's like, because I'm at work, I come here every day. It's a way of being familiar. It's a force of habit. You get in the elevator every day. You press the same button every day, even if it's been pressed. Whatever, press it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, and it's
a quirk.
Yeah, it's fun, quirky things like that.
That's really interesting and cool to like just have those, like it's just for you to like have that experience.
Yeah.
And like for
Totally.
his actor to like put them in that.
There was definitely a version of
That's so interesting
yeah.
to not even, I don't know. I'm just kind of sitting with that.
What do you mean?
Well, I just like the idea of that. And like, I just think, I want to be like directing more of, done like a couple little shorts and stuff. But like, it just makes me think like as a director, like what are things like that I can do for an actor to like put them in. I just think that's like a cool idea.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just like processing it.
Yeah. Well, I watch a lot of DVD commentaries. The directors always give all their secrets away. And I don't know. Yeah. I'm like, you said, I want to be known. And I started trying to think, how can I help? And I started scrolling. I'm like, she knows.
She knows what?
How to direct.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how to direct.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you got just do it, bunch.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
Yeah. Do you
do that?
Yeah.
No, I think I'd like to. But I just, you know what? I feel like I do. I make shorts and stuff a lot. And I've written scripts with friends. But I never say I'm going to direct this because there's so many director friends I have that are better at it and more experienced at it. And it's like, well, why would I have spent all of my time getting good at this one thing. They spend all the time getting good at this other thing. I may have an idea of how I'd like something to be, but you kind of just, I know. Bring the person in who knows how to do the thing better. I mean, someday I'd like to.
I know
try to
exactly.
do that.
Yeah, I could totally relate. That's how I felt because, when I first moved here, I did the Groundlings because I wanted to do it. Then I stopped doing it to focus on stand-up. And just recently, I thought maybe I should go back to Groundlings. So I hopped back in, did a couple power wows. And I was like, yeah, I'm not.
You're not into it?
I was like, I'm not into it anymore, and I'm not going to spend my time doing it. And I thought I wanted to carry on. But I'd rather have someone else who's just, like, really good at it and really into it and can give it their all, do it.
Do you have any creative partners like that?
Writing partner?
Well, just, like, people, you said there's the thing that, like, you have the things you focus on, and you have people that they focus on their things.
I was talking about in terms
like
of
Groundlings.
I was talking about in terms of like knowing when you're better at something else.
Right.
And like not spending the time on that.
Right.
Or like anyways. But yeah, I have a writing partner, this girl Leah, and we've Leah Lamar, and we've written pilots together, and we write really, really well together.
Right.
But like I feel like she's a better actor than me, and I feel like we direct a little differently. So I don't know, just kind of like learning those things. I think we're better at just writing together in general.
Yeah.
Though,
yeah.
Instead of all of that other stuff. Are you gonna do anything for the holidays?
I'm here, and then my girlfriend and I are going to Athens, Georgia, where she lives.
Wow, I thought you were gonna say Athens, Greece.
No, they probably named the Georgia after the Greece. I think I'm gonna maybe like make. I was like, Hanukkah party. Probably gonna do a Hanukkah party.
Nice.
But get a klezmer band and
a what band?
A klezmer band.
What is that?
Jewish music.
Really?
Like
something you're in a sweaty circle with like hands of people going in and out.
Dancing the hora?
Yeah.
No, I probably won't dance the hora. Keep it simple. Let the band play.
Let them do their thing.
Yeah. When does this thing go on the internet?
In like 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, so then the people who could come to see me and Sam do our show at the Pack on Friday, and the people see you in Kansas City, they will have missed it.
Anything you want to promote?
No, I got nothing coming up.
Well, you're on the show. God in Central Florida.
On Becoming God in Central Florida, I expect to return in season 2. They got a season 2.
Oh, really?
I just appeared on Room 104, the HBO show, with David Paymer, who is also on Becoming God in Central Florida. Character actor David Paymer. We had a real character actor. Oh, you might like that if you like horror stuff.
Room 104?
You ever heard that show?
Yeah, I like the Duplass brothers. But I haven't watched it yet.
You can skip to episode 10 and watch the one I'm in.
Okay. Instead of just quitting before 9.
Yeah, and I'm in there like right away.
Okay.
So when you get bored,
no, I'll check
you
it
can
out.
be like,
and I'm gonna check out the rest of the show.
You get
I really
those
did
shows
like it on the God show.
On Becoming God.
Well,
Twin Peaks. I have appeared in every season so far of Better Call Saul. We'll see what happens the next season.
Very cool shows.
These are my shows. Watch them.
You're on very cool shows.
I'm a character actor.
Do you know that?
Of course I know.
You're on the cool shit.
I'm a cool character actor.
How are you,
I'm a working class character actor who character acts up a storm with a great look.
Right?
And I'm a versatile guy. Look at all my characters. You think this guy never plays the same character. He's a versatile character actor. And then I'm also doing stand-up comedy in Los Angeles, California. You might find me in Nashville, Tennessee. You might find me in Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Athens, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Where are the places? Chattanooga, Tennessee. Where are the places you see me perform?
Chattanooga.
I'm trying to think where I most. Maybe in Texas. Might see me in Texas. Maybe New York City.
Wow.
So everyone should always stay tuned to me for those places.
For the dates.
Yeah.
Website.
JoshFadem.com.
Great.
I
Social
think I
media.
promoted everything.
Shout out your social.
Nah. Who
All
cares?
right.
Don't
Okay,
follow
cool.
me. I mean, you could, but there's nothing on there. Nothing
Okay.
of substance. What about you? What do you got coming up?
Going this weekend, and then Mom's coming.
That's cool.
And then I'm gonna be here for
Your
Christmas.
mom is coming to the. Oh, mommy's coming here. Mommy's coming here.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Christmas. No, you're gonna do Christmas.
We decorated the tree.
You don't do
I've
Hanukkah.
never done Hanukkah.
So you do Christmas.
Yeah.
You deny your Judaism?
I'm just not like.
Not interested.
Nah, I have all the attributes of a Jew. But
if they took everyone away, would you say stop? I'm a Jew.
I'd hide in the attic.
You'd say you'd hide in the attic. Well, that's what we had to do. But the Jews, the people. So thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. And please remember to subscribe, rate, and review to the Chelsea Skidmore Show on YouTube.
Subscribe,
and
rate,
iTunes.
and review.
Thank you.
iTunes.